All right, Bat fans, are you ready to rumble? Because Night Fight issue 1 is here. It's the Batman Showdown we've all been waiting for and discussing for years. Bruce Wayne versus Dick Grayson. Who's better? Father versus son, mentor versus legacy. Not a sparring match, not a training session, a fight that feels real and final. Bruce and Dick have thrown hands before, most recently in Batman issue 138. Bruce won that one, technically, but only because Robin jumped in to stop Nightwing from finishing the job. It was close, but this time the stakes are way higher. Bruce isn't fighting Nightwing, he's actually fighting Batman, a future version of Dick who never took the mask off, who never stopped being Gotham's Dark Knight. And that's the twist. Bruce wakes up in a future where he's not the only Batman, and he's the last one to find out what actually happened to his family. Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora kick off this issue with a quiet gun-punching opening. We get a flashback from DCKO issue 1, and Bruce wakes up from his death after the Mother Box revived him. He's pulled into a nightmare Gotham where something's off. Everything shifts into what feels like a Twilight Zone episode. He wakes up somewhere unfamiliar, forced into a fight he doesn't understand, against a group of Robins that seem familiar, but then not at all. And you can almost feel the confusion in the panels. Bruce doesn't know the rules. He's completely lost. This issue could have easily been a cheap stunt. Batman fights his sons, buy 5 tie-ins, but Williamson doesn't go for the cash grab. Instead, Night Fight issue 1 plays like a love letter to the entire Bat family. It feels like they've been reading the message boards and our arguments on Reddit. It's like they know we want to see what it looks like for other people to take the mantle of the Bat. In the beginning, it shows that each son represents a what if of Bruce's legacy, how each of them might reshape the symbol if given the chance. The result isn't toxic rivalry, it's philosophical conflict. What is Batman? A curse, a mission, or maybe a torch to pass on? Then there's Dick, the better Batman. Williamson's take on him is phenomenal. Confident, balanced, still hopeful. He doesn't wear the mask to escape his trauma. He wears it because he learned how to live with it. That's what's always separated him from Bruce, because it's everything Bruce can't be: healthy, connected, and free. Yet the story doesn't mock Bruce for it. It honors what he built. It almost feels like Williamson is saying, this is what Batman could have been if Bruce ever learned to forgive himself. The fight between Bruce and Dick is brutal, a clash of philosophies disguised as a brawl. Bruce fights like a man trying to prove he still matters. Dick fights like someone who's had to carry that burden for decades. Every panel hits like a gut check. Bruce tries to analyze, predict, control, but Dick's acrobatics, his speed, his calm, all tell the story of a man who's moved past needing his mentor's approval. There's a sequence where Dick flips over Bruce, lands behind him, and just says, "You taught me everything. You should have known you couldn't win." Dan Mora's art makes this fight hurt. The choreography flows like a memory of every sparring match they've ever had, now twisted by years of regret. Just when it feels like the fight's over, Williamson pulls the rug out. This isn't just about pride. This future, this broken world, is what happens when Batman refuses to stop being Batman. On the final page, when it seems like Dick has got Bruce exactly where he wants him, in a chokehold, finished, Bruce is wondering where are his other sons? And you see it, a massive memorial with a bunch of stone statues. Dick tells him that the Batman of this timeline, the one who couldn't give up the cowl, killed them all. It's chilling, the ultimate warning. The mission without mercy eventually consumes everything it touches. And in this world, Dick's the only one left alive, because he had to become the monster Bruce always feared becoming. This issue could have been just a fan service, but instead it's a meditation on legacy, obsession, and what Batman leaves behind. But it also asks the question, where is it going in the future? With razor sharp writing, jaw-dropping art from Mora, and Farrell's explosive colors, Issue 1 of Night Fight lands like a haymaker straight to the bat symbol. It's not just Batman versus Nightwing, it's hope versus obsession. In that last page, man, I was not expecting it. It's the kind of twist that just makes you sit in silence staring at the final panel, wondering if this is actually real. Bruce thought he could fight his way back to life. Instead, he found a future where Batman won, and everyone else paid the price. Issue 1 of Night Fight is the best kind of nightmare. The one that reminds you that the Bat family matters. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe for more, and let me know down in the comments if you guys have read this and what you guys think. Where is this going and how is it going to fit into DCKO? All right, out. Peace.